Hi, my name's Josh Withers. I'm a wedding celebrant and I'd love to be your marriage celebrant. My style as a celebrant is I just think that the ceremony can be and should be the best part of the wedding. That's the thing you're invited to. That all the other stuff at the wedding is lovely and I'm here for it. But the ceremony is the thing. It's what's on the invitation. It's where you get married. It's where you walk in not married and you leave married. It's where the change happens. And so that moment should be the best. And yes, there should be other things. I hope we smile, I hope we laugh. But I don't think it's a show, and I don't think it's a comedy show, but I also don't think it's this solemn, weird funeral for your single life, but it's a celebration of the fact that you two are together, and all of us there, that we believe that's good. I don't like to read from a script. I think that the moment deserves more than that. It deserves more than me standing there like I'm in a school play, reading word for word, but instead, I would get to know you both, and I would bring a ceremony that is fresh and honest and human, and I'm prepared and I'm rehearsed. But in that moment, I'm not reading from a Kindle or a page, but I'm speaking with you about your marriage. I don't think that the ceremony should be this retelling of your story that hopefully everyone here knows, and me, the person who knows it the least, is going to tell your friends and family how you got together. We might reference it, but for that. Your ceremony isn't for the past, it's for the future. And so that's the theme of it, that's the spirit of it. We're talking about where we're going as a couple, what your marriage looks like, and what we're all excited for you. My ideal couple really values those moments that we are together, that we would gather and we'd be together and be present with each other. Like my ideal couple are the kind of people that put their phones away at a restaurant or a cafe. We're not on our phones when we're with each other, but we value those moments, we value words, we value being encouraged, and we believe that we can change the world with our words, that the world is a malleable place. And that's why we get married, because we want the world to be better, that us getting married, yes, it's good for the individuals and for the couple, but it's good for the family and for the community. That you think that being loved and being together is not just beautiful, but it's important. That it's how we make the world a better place. How I make sure that the ceremony and the wedding reflects you and your values and who you are is actually just really simple. There's no rocket science to this. We just talk, I ask questions. The big thing is you'll say things that are happening at the wedding or decisions you've made, and I'll ask this really important question, why? And as we learn why you're doing things, that gives me the context and the understanding to be an amazing celebrant and an amazing MC for the reception. A lot of my couples book me to be their MC for the reception, so they have the continual voice through the whole day. And that's, honestly, it's an easy job. I've been a public speaker for 20 years now. The way I bring that skill to MCing, it's a really weird secret. Try to talk as little as possible, but instead provide guidance to the guests and the crowd, provide help and encouragement. And I find most of my MC work is actually off microphone, but it's helping people find where the toilets are, where the car park is, working with vendors, wedding planner, videographer, photographer, kitchen, content creator, all those people, the band and entertainment, to make sure that things flow really well. Because what I do on microphone changes the whole atmosphere. So before I get a microphone, there's a whole lot of logistics and organisation going on. But of course on the microphone, I just want to provide the framework for the elements of your reception to come together, speeches and other activities. But it's not about me, and it's not a show about me, but I'm just providing this linking and this glue between all the parts of your reception and your wedding. So a lot of people are surprised to find out that I live in Tasmania. My family and I live in the Huon Valley, about half an hour south of Hobart, and we love it there. But we chose to live there because my work is everywhere. As I sit here today, we've got an elopement in Melbourne, wedding on the Sunshine Coast. We're off to LA soon, and I've done weddings as far as Iceland and Italy and New Zealand and through many countries in Asia and Europe. I'm really blessed to travel the world, breathing marriages to life, and I'm passionate about doing that for the right people, which is why I travel. Because being a celebrant like me isn't a geographic exercise, aka searching for insert region here named Celebrant on Google, but instead it's about people like you connecting with people like me saying, you're the right guy for my wedding. Let's go to where it is happening. And I would love to travel for your wedding wherever it is. Regional Australia, Metro Australia, around the world. A few things that make me really different as a celebrant. A, I'm a massive nerd. So I think things like audio and how things look and feel and sound, the PA system, the microphones, if there's any visual or lighting elements, photographic elements, like where the ceremony is positioned, I think that's important. Those little details, although individually terribly important, together to make for a really great experience. I don't like to read word for word off a page, but I like to talk to you like I'm talking to you right now. Just a human, knowing what I know, bringing something to you, and that's how I will deliver a ceremony. Some people call it ad-libs, I call it just being human. I think that your marriage is really important, and that's what the marriage ceremony is for. It's for the future, it's for your marriage, it's what you're stepping into. It's not a closing ceremony for being engaged, but it's an opening ceremony for your marriage. And so that positioning is quite different in the celebrant world. I just think it's worth noting that if you're having a wedding, if you're inviting guests, the people that are there, obviously important and valuable to you. And so I want to acknowledge them and bring them together. But I just really do value those honest, human moments that we call a marriage ceremony. It's such an honor to stand in that ceremony, and I honestly find it beautifully empowering to be the person that stands with you as you get married, but also terrifying, because it's not one of those moments you can really rehearse for. That's why I don't love rehearsals, because you can rehearse as much as you want, but it's not until you're in that moment that everything really takes shape. And family's gonna family, and kid's gonna kid, and animal's gonna animal, and friend's gonna friend, and you guys are gonna be you guys, and I get to stand there with a microphone and lead you through it. And that's beautiful, I love it.